Okay, so this is... I'm a little bit tipsy, but here's my review of this game. Hold on, where am I at? I want to go to the mansion. Is that over here? No, I want to go to the... Anyway, so I'm gonna leave a quick review of this game. I actually just beat the final boss, but I wasn't recording, and it really made me upset. I have it an old video of me playing it, so I'm just gonna post that for the ending. I'm upset so much that I died like 3 times to beat him because of stupid shit, but I have a backup video I can play kind of that will work out well. So here's my review. So what this is this is the Return to Arkham Asylum. So this is Arkham Asylum remastered, I believe. If I'm not fucking it up, it was released last year. Instead of 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure it was released last year. But anyway, Arkham, if you don't know the backstory of these games, these are all games created by Rocksteady, and I'm gonna do Arkham City next. But Arkham Asylum was released in 2009, originally for the 360 and the PS3. Arkham City was released in 2009 or 2011, excuse me, for the same consoles. Arkham Origins, I believe, was released after that. It was made by Rocksteady and another company, like a third company kind of, or a second company, excuse me, and then that was released in 2013. That was the last. It was not made for the next gen. I believe it's backwards compatible on the Xbox, on the PS4, which to me is kind of weird. But it still was like the last one, like one of the last games ever, not just for Batman, to be on the last gen consoles. And then Arkham Knight was obviously made for. Is there nothing up here? I can destroy this shit and there's nothing up here. That makes sense. But Arkham Knight's obviously PS4 and Xbox One, like only. So as for this game, here's where I find my end of frustration. Is this game is about a year and a half away from being 10 years old. It's a beautiful game. It's an amazing game created by Rocksteady. It opened up the door for superhero games. Arkham City is twice the game this is, and I can't wait to even put that in next because this game has been really fucking frustrating. But here's my thing, my only shtick about this game. So obviously there's many walkthroughs and many gameplay videos of this game. I decided to put on my channel just to kind of have it there. These are my favorite games. Like I said, I can't wait to dive into City. But one, too many Riddler stuff. I mean, every room you go in, there's a Riddler rule, and you can find all the Riddler trophies and stuff. Like, that stuff's cool. That stuff is really cool. It's kind of neat. But, you know, because again, I just beat the game, but I'm 60% complete. You know, I mean,
diddle, 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 answer my riddle.
Yeah, I mean, like on cue. I have no issue with that, you know, especially the side missions and stuff, but Arkham City does it better. There's a lot of side missions you can do, like, just by acknowledging them, just by doing the first part and then pursuing them. I still might pursue them in my campaign, but it's like, I mean, this game, you gotta remember, came out nearly 10 years ago. It's ahead of its time, but I think what frustrates me is the remastered part. How they didn't really remaster it, they reskinned it. You know, maybe if I were to compare this side by side to the 360 version, it would look a lot better. Obviously, of course, no problem. But I'm still punching guys in the neck and they're grabbing their head when they die. You know what I mean? It's reskinned. I mean, it's not remastered. I don't want to hear that. It's not updated for console. It might as well just be compatible. They just take and it's like, okay, I've talked to some friends about it, and they go, well, then, Marshall, why would they do that? They'd make a new game. Okay, but I understand. Then just make it compatible. Just make the disc compatible. Obviously, this looks good, and I have it on 1080p on Twitch, and it looks good. It looks like a new game, but still, the mechanics are, you can tell, were 10 years ago. You know, if you could combine this game with, like, the fighting ability of the games that Naughty Dog has or something, or the graphics in Naughty Dog, it'd be a whole new game, you know? But I believe Rocksteady's working on a new project. I don't know. I don't know if it's another Batman project or another superhero project. I have no issue with this game. It's obviously a perfect game. I just and it's an amazing game, and I just don't get the difference between remastered and backwards compatible, because if you play backwards compatible, it's pretty much the same game you're getting on the old gen, just you're playing it on a system that could probably record it at a higher FPS, or not FPS. Is it FPS? No, it's first person. What am I thinking of? Frames per second. You know, that is FPS. So you could probably record at a higher rate. It probably would look better from what like you were looking at it and whatnot, but I don't know, it defeats the purpose. And I'm pretty sure, I think in Arkham City, the remastered version, it comes with the DLC stuff pretty much already in it. Like, I believe the first cutscene is Catwoman, you know, and all that stuff is cool in this game. But just that to me seems like a waste of productivity. I'm not trying to be this guy, because obviously I'm really happy I can play this on my PS4. I play everything on my PS4, and I'm gonna do City next and then Night. But I don't see the purpose. I don't see the difference in it, you know. So maybe I'm just trying to be that guy or a stickler, but I just think a game like this that will go down as arguably this City, and not Night, not Origins, because those are awful video games. Night, I mean, come on, you're in a technical. I'm gonna play it because I love the cutscene, I love the Scarecrow. But I mean, that's not better than these two games. But Night and City, or not Night, Asylum and City are going to go down as Hall of Fame games, and I hope in maybe 10 years they do remaster it, like actually remaster it. This is called the Return to Arkham, the remaster, but it's you reskinned it. You reskinned it. I mean, the mechanics are still the same, the fighting's still the same. It's not really anything different than what I could play, you know, back in 2009. So that part is frustrating, but at the same time, I understand why they did it, and they probably got plenty of money out of it. But if you want to tit for tat, I mean, imagine if they reskin this entire game, build it from scratch, same storyline, maybe added one or two things, but reskin the entire game. Not just reskin. I'm sorry. Scrap for scrap, made this game 2020 type. You know, I mean, it'd be euphoric. It'd be something that I would extremely get into, you know, and if they added the fighting ability from Night or Naughty Dog or whatnot. So, excuse me. But I do love this game. I love all the Arkham games, and I think this, you know, it's really fun to play. I had a good time. It took me, 2 days to beat. I mean, it's pretty simple. Art City will be a little more complicated, but this is pretty simple. As for this game, it does have better boss battles than City. The best boss fights are in Origins, which is sad to say, but I mean, the Joker Scarecrow's three battles, and the Croc battle and Ivy's battle, they're all pretty tough. If you don't get the DLC in City, you don't fight Ivy, but the new one, you fight with Catwoman. But this one is better. I think one of the best boss fights in any game ever is Croc, and then the Scarecrow battles, just by cinematic shit alone, but in the tension in it. But overall, I'd give this game out of 10. I'd give the original game for 2009 8 out of 10, and I'd give the remaster probably 6 out of 10, just because it's basically a reskin on the old gen. I mean, look at this. Can I talk to these guys? I mean, they're basically reskin robots. You know, I mean, you could tell this game was 10 years ago.
1 minute, the plants were all over the room.
He's not even looking at me.
Fireworks, huh? Never liked
No, they're just mechanical robots that are reskinned for 2015-16, and although it's fun and enjoyable and nostalgic, it's not remastered. I think that word is thrown around. The Last of Us Remastered is not remastered. It's just made for the PS4. I mean, it's backwards compatible and remastered are different things, and I don't think we've seen anything remastered genuinely yet. I think the graphics do look better in this game than the original one, same with GTA 5 and Last of Us, but the mechanics do not change synthetically, and to me that is not remastered. It's reskinned, it's compatible, backwards compatible, but it is not remastered. You could put PS3 and The Last of Us and put it on 4K TV, it'll just look just as good as the PS4 version, and the differences are probably slim to none, and mechanically there's nothing. Same with this game. So, but overall, I love the storyline of Arkham Asylum. I think it is a little bit repetitive, but I think for 10 years old, I think in the first superhero game in their franchise, proved a lot. And I think the Scarecrow boss fights are intense. I think City is one of the best video games of all time, which I will play next. And it's funny because they don't have any Scarecrow stuff in it, but Arkham City, to me, with The Last of Us and then Modern Warfare 2 are probably the best video games I've ever played. Resident Evil 7 and the Outlast games are up there, but when it comes to the best video games ever, I think Arkham City, Modern Warfare 2, and then The Last of Us are probably, the PS3 version of The Last of Us are probably the best games we've ever seen. And GTA 5 is in there too. I just, like, I'm talking specifically core, you know, GTA 5 is a lot of fun because of the online stuff and the like open world you can kind of do, which is obviously a factor into it, but we're getting really down nitty gritty, you know. So, but anyway, Arkham City is next. Like and subscribe for my review and my channel, and blah 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 blah. Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Christian Bale. I'm Batman. Thanks, guys.